Hi, welcome to instalment 2 of the confusion of cause and effect. So I had another huge learning about how the ego hides cause and effect so well that we never make these connections and we believe other things are cause rather than ourselves. And this happened to me at the tennis club. And it also gave me another huge learning, which I'll come on to afterwards. But it began when I was at the tennis club, and we have a huge field in which we can park when the boot sale is on that runs down the side of our club because they use our car park. And parking is very limited for the people going to the boot fair, and the field where we park is limited to tennis players only. And every now and again you'll see people try and sneak onto the field to park who are not tennis members. And I feel a huge sense of injustice in that. When I see the cars going down, I want to go and tell them, you can't park here and all of this kind of thing. Now I know enough to know I'm causing my own suffering with that. That's crazy. That's none of my business. There's plenty of space really. I'm here playing tennis. But it always catches my attention. And then the other thing is, we have just listened to my language there, okay, as if, I've personally paid for it. We've just paid out for huge new fencing around all of the courts, and it's a condition of the insurance that we don't hang things on the fencing and that things are not sort of pushed up against it. Now, because it's a car boot fair, people are always hanging their stuff on the fence and pushing stuff up against it. And one day the kind of president guy asked me to go, and if I saw anybody do that, to go and tell them. Well, I did it once and it didn't go well, so I thought, well, I'm not doing that anymore. Anyway, it still catches my attention. And on this morning, I just keep being drawn, my head just kept going this way to all of the people breaking those rules and all of the people driving onto the grass. And I kept going, no, this is none of my business. Come on, you're here to play tennis. Because it was causing me suffering and I couldn't let it go, no matter how much I tried. And when that happens to me, I know there's great learning. I know the higher self, Holy Spirit, is trying to teach me something. So anyway, I ruined my own day, if you like, by these things. And I went away and thought about it. And then what I realised was, and this was really shocking to me, that not only am I causing my own suffering, but part of it is because I'm seeing the club, the fence, the field, everything as an extension of me. Now, if I'm the creator of my own reality, obviously I'm creating everything, and everything is me. Course in Miracles says the thought never leaves its source. So not only do I believe I am this physical body, I realised I was doing it with my car as well. The car is an extension of me, because I like the Buddhist analogy where I am the driver, the spirit is the driver, the body is the car. And then I realised that actually the car, my physical car, is actually an extension of me. And I didn't realise it was going on to things like the tennis club and everything. And so it felt like, for all intents and purposes, that these people were driving onto me, onto my foot, if you like, as the field, and hanging their hangers onto me, causing me personal harm. And that's crazy, isn't it? But I realise I'm doing that so often. That's why we get territorial. This is my house. Don't park on my drive. Don't put your rubbish in my bin. Don't do this, don't do that. It's crazy, isn't it? And that's why I think road rage affects us so badly, is because that person who's pulled out in front of my car has actually almost threatened my body, threatened my life. That's how so engrossed in that car as being an extension of me that I am without even realising it. So what I also realised was, if I put in a circle here the parking and the fence, let's say, and then there's an arrow towards irresistibility, Because in this next circle of irresistibility, that's what it was. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I couldn't keep my thoughts off it. How dare they? How dare they? The injustice and all of that. And then, if you like, there's a little line and another circle to my suffering. So it looks like the people parking and the people hanging on things on the fence is causing my suffering, cause and effect. I'm suffering the effect from people doing these things. But actually, the cause of the problem is my belief that they're doing these things personally to me. If you've watched the video on the attack-defense cycle, it's similar to that, isn't it? These people are personally attacking me by driving onto the grass and hanging things on the fence. So the cause is my belief, unbeknownst to me, completely unbeknownst to me, that I'm seeing these things as an extension of myself. So again, cause and effect come back to the same place, and I realise I'm causing my own suffering, not for the reason that I think I am, but because I'm seeing things like people, I'm projecting onto things, the fence and the grass and the tennis club, like I project onto people. Now, I understand projection onto people, everyone's an aspect of me, 100% forwards, backwards, upside down. But I hadn't realised I was doing exactly the same thing with things. And things as random and as separated from me as it could be, if you like, as the tennis club. And I found that so interesting. And when I started to notice that, I see that I'm doing it with so many things all over the place. And so I hope that helps you as well. And I'll keep posting these little videos of my learnings, of where I'm seeing these connections falling into place. The Course in Miracles is teaching me so much, changing the whole of my life, showing me really the tricks of the ego, which is what this really is, so that I don't see the problem as it really is, and therefore I can't fix it. And I try and fix the wrong problem, and the ego is almost going, I've got her again, because I can't touch the real problem, which means it stays there forever, me not realising I'm the cause. So, hope you've liked that. Please like, subscribe, share to the channel. Be most appreciative if you can do that. I've got a new book, Tour the Core, The Pathway to a Positively Joyous Life, which teaches you all about how the mind programs and fears and judgments, beliefs. It's got a spiritual side to it, 3 chapters of law of attraction, mindfulness, all of that kind of stuff. So enjoy. If you're interested in the courses and classes that I teach, they can be found at www.positivelyjoyous.com. Hope you've liked all my videos, and I'll see you next time.